This is the legendary shark puppet nicknamed Bruce from the 1975 movie Jaws. The mechanism weighed over 3,000 pounds and broke down constantly, delaying filming by 100 days. But the fear of this machine became part of movie legend. Jaws changed Hollywood forever. This is Julian Kopka, the sole survivor of a plane crash in the Amazon jungle in 1971. The aircraft fell from 10,000 feet. At just 17, she walked alone for 9 days through the wild, injured and barefoot. A true story of survival against all odds. The 1914 eruption of Sakurajima was the most powerful in Japan's recorded history. Lava flows connected the island to the mainland, while the city of Kagoshima was buried in ash. Thousands of homes were destroyed by quakes, but miraculously, most residents escaped in time. 1920, Antwerp. Female swimmers line up for the Olympics, the first games after World War I. Their suits look modest now, but back then, they challenged old rules. Among them is Ethelda Bleibtreu, the first American woman to win Olympic gold in swimming. This is the Gadget, the world's first atomic bomb, tested on July 16, 1945, in the New Mexico desert, a sphere of wires that marked the dawn of the nuclear age. Just 3 weeks later, a similar bomb would destroy Hiroshima. History changed forever. This is a traditional Japanese night fisherman using a flame torch mounted on his back. The light draws fish to the surface, and he strikes with speed and precision. This ancient method was practiced for centuries in southern Japan, both dramatic and effective. This is the famous Wawona tree in Mariposa Grove, California. In 1881, a tunnel was carved through its massive trunk so tourists could ride through by carriage. It stood 275 feet tall and 28 feet wide. The tree fell in 1969, but the photo remains a symbol of early wild tourism. On the left is Lou Gehrig, smiling beside Babe Ruth. Back then, they were baseball's brightest stars. But just a few years later, Gehrig would be diagnosed with ALS, a terminal illness that took everything but his courage. His farewell speech in 1939 still echoes, "I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth." It's 1982. Philips unveils the compact disc, claiming it would replace vinyl forever. CDs truly changed the game. No scratches, easy to use, digital clarity. And yes, the very first CD ever made, it featured an ABBA album. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the only US president elected to 4 terms. He led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. This photo captures one of his famous fireside chats, when millions of Americans gathered around their radios to hear his reassuring voice. This is Brigitte Bardot, the icon of French cinema and a symbol of 1960s liberation. She shattered conventions of beauty and morality, turning every frame into a provocation. To some, she was a goddess of the screen, to others, a scandal. But she never left anyone indifferent. Pictured here is a World War II-era German soldier holding one of history's strangest rifles, the Krumlauf. Designed with a curved barrel to shoot around corners, it was bold engineering, but in practice it broke easily and saw limited use. Stepping off the plane is Jean Ferret, better known as Andre the Giant. He stood 7 feet 4 inches tall and weighed over 500 pounds. Due to acromegaly, his growth never stopped. A wrestling icon and movie legend, he starred as Fezzik in The Princess Bride. This is a mobile prison camp from the American South, early 20th century. African American inmates, often jailed for minor offenses, were used as cheap labor, a system hauntingly similar to slavery after its abolition. They were caged and guarded with dogs and rifles. A rare shot of John F. Kennedy early in his political rise, before the presidency. The young woman beside him is Judith Campbell, who would later be linked to both the White House and the Mafia in scandalous headlines. Glamour and politics, frozen in time. This is Annie Edson Taylor, the first woman to survive a plunge over Niagara Falls in a barrel in 1901 at age 63. The barrel reads, Queen of the Mist. Annie hoped for fame and fortune, but the stunt proved more terrifying than profitable. These are child coal miners in early 20th century America. Boys as young as 12 worked 10 to 12-hour shifts underground. No safety, no rights, no real future. Photos like this, taken by reformers such as Lewis Hine, helped ignite the fight against child labor. This is Sharon Tate, actress, model, and a symbol of late 60s Hollywood. Her career was just taking off. She was married to Roman Polanski and hailed as a rising star. But history remembers her not for her films, but for the brutal tragedy. In 1969, Sharon became a victim of Charles Manson's cult, Beauty and Promise, swallowed by darkness. This is a Japanese samurai in the late 1800s, captured as their era faded. His armor is ceremonial, adorned with clan symbols and intricate patterns. The white crested helmet signified honor and rank. The last warriors of old Japan, caught between sword and photograph. This is a knife-grinding workshop in Thiers, France, late 19th century. Workers lay chest down on benches to sharpen blades with precision, but at the cost of their spines. Grinding dust filled their lungs. They were called émouleurs, and most never lived to grow old. It was the 1960s, and bikinis meant freedom. Raquel made them iconic, standing tall like this, proud and fearless, with the ocean behind her. This photo became a global sensation, and a poster on countless walls. Utility worker Randall Champion was shocked by a live wire. His colleague J.D. Thompson climbed up and gave him mouth-to-mouth, right there, 20 feet in the air. Champion survived. This photo became an iconic symbol of courage and brotherhood.